them how they want this done.
Oh, really?
Keep the patient laying on their left side.
No.
No, so your textbook said a minimum of 5 minutes, preferably 10 to 15 to allow the air to rise. It generally takes that long to get the patients on their side, because they'll get on their side, and then you have to help them get their shoulders tucked in their hips so they're perpendicular. And then you have, after you got them on the side, you're going to make sure your image receptor is high enough. Okay? Then after you have the tube and image receptor at the same height, is when you're going to be moving the cart. So where do you think we should put the top, which crosswise will be this black line? Where should we be putting the top of the image receptor?
1 to 2 inches under the
Under or above?
Above.
Above. I know in textbooks they'll say start 2 inches above the crest or the axilla. I think Christy answered, one of you ladies asked, and she said, at the axilla. Because that's textbook. In clinical, go 1 to 2 inches above.
So the line on the bucky?
This line is the top of the receptor, right here. And to accomplish that, you can't move the tube, you have to move the cart.
Oh.
Okay. Now, one key in helping you determine between the upright and the decubitus abdomen, if it's a larger patient that has a larger abdomen or larger girth, when they lay on their left side, what way is the abdomen going to fall? It's going to fall down towards the lower edge of the board, here towards the cart. Well, if they have a big disparity with a really large abdomen, up here is a lot thinner and here's a lot thicker. So when you look at the x-ray image that comes up, do you think it's going to be uniform? Or do you think it's going to be one side is going to be a little bit more gray and white versus the blackness on the other side? It's going to look different. That's only on the patient that has a larger abdomen. Most of you in this room, it won't look that much different. But someone larger, that's kind of a nice tip-off. I'll point that out on some images. But also, when we hang the x-ray images up, because we'll put it up right next to decubitus, if that's not an option, move up correctly to get the right lateral side of the abdomen. We'd also have to take this and bring the patient down this way to get more light up here higher to get the lung bases. Really think that through and talk it to yourself when you're doing that, because what's confusing is you have to move the patient in the opposite direction. To get the diaphragm on there, we have to move the patient down to get the anatomy on the top. New students like to say, I got to go up higher. They move the patient up higher, which in essence will move the light. They move in the opposite directions. So talk to yourself. I need light. I need the light higher on the patient to get the lung bases. I need light more on the right side. So, I'm going to detent this to my image receptor. So at 40 inches, I'm detented transversely. Again, the reason it's so important to transversely detent is to line up to the grid of the table. Just like on the wall, it's lining up to the grid there. And so now I'm going to, first of all, start with the skeleton. Where should we be centered for a regular abdomen? A regular 8-piece supine abdomen, does anybody remember? Yes. Very good. Iliac crest and spine, which is right across the top, which I apologize. Was that the review? The practice little quiz I gave you?
Yeah.
Number 3 was, no, not, was it number 3?
It's
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it was the iliac crest, not the ASIS. I just.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you get your patients flat. Remember, you're coming in from the side when you're palpating. You're going to come right down the mid-sagittal plane. Okay. Now we're going to do an oblique. And we're going to mainly practice posterior obliques. We really don't do anteriors. I will talk to of the skeleton. Left, okay. I just have to switch. So she's going to do LPO of the abdomen. She's going to put this left marker behind the left kind of buttocks, hip area of the patient, okay? Because we're finding out with, especially LCD panels, it eats the markers up. So we're going to put our left marker on because it is the left posterior oblique. We should be marking the side down. So now, will you please rotate this patient 45 degrees? And we have to keep hips and shoulders in the same plane. And it really works good to put this blue sponge behind the patient. And when you put it behind an actual patient, I really want you, thank you. That's perfect. I really want you to make sure that you catch hip and the shoulder. They should be in the same amount of obliquity. Okay? Now, Tia, I wanted you to come up here for one simple thing. Obviously, the patient's whole body looks different. But what happened to the spine as you shifted the patient? And I changed my mind and do something here. Let's start over again. Okay, right here, I'm going to keep this. Can everybody see the ruler? That's the spine. Where the spine is right now. Okay, I'm going to keep this right here, and I'm going to have you go like, I'm just going to lift it up a little bit. Now, this is representing the spine. Watch what happens to the spine as Tian shifts the patient. Now you have to recenter, so we have to bring it back a little bit. So my yardstick is the spine. And Tian, you're right here. There. Did the spine stay where the yardstick was, or did it shift? Did everybody see how it shifted? Do you mind coming closer and putting your hand where the spine is so they can see it as a visual? Okay, so whenever you do a posterior oblique, and we're going to center on the spine, are we still going to go down what we think is the middle of the body, or are we going to shift the center right over? So on the LPO, where are we going to shift the center ray? More towards the right side or the left side? The right side, because the spine shifts to the up or elevated side. So on the LPO, the spine shifts to the, which side?
Right.
Right. Thank you for helping, because I couldn't do all that with just two hands, because I wanted to hold this. And what's really important is to remember that. So I'll do it just a minute. So if you watch my arm, right down my middle finger, coming right down at my arm is the sternum. But remember, the sternum shifts down, spine shifts up. So see, here's the central radius, it's about an inch past my middle finger. Because everything in the body shifts. It's just not the spine and sternum shifting off of each other. I'm going to pull this apart a little bit in about